감사합니다. Thank you so much. All right, next up is Jonathan from Saga. Good to see you in person. 저희가 몇 달간 거의 오프라인 행사를 못 해가지고 it's really good to see everyone in person. It's great. All right, got your slides. It's ready. Ooh, the wrong slide. 이거 아니에요. Yes. Good friends with the founders of Saga, Jin. 지금 이 팀들은 모두 해커톤에 지금 이제 참여를 하는 팀들이기 때문에 Saga's also participating in the hackathon, Jensen as well. So, all right, let's hear from Jonathan. 박수 부탁드리겠습니다.
Thank you.
Oh, this one, sorry. I keep kidding.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone, and really excited to be here. Thank you, Erica, for putting this together. And like I said, Saga has been a huge friend of KryptoPlanet, so really excited to be here. And there was a very good question, which is a perfect segue for me regarding why EVM, or rather why an L2 versus an L1. I'm just going to jump over on top of that. But my talk is going to be about providing blockchains for AI agents. How Saga is providing the building blocks for the agentic future that we are currently witnessing right now. A little about me, I'm Jonathan. You can see me here, but that's the AI version of the Ghibli version of me. I look after developer relations at Saga. Been in the L1, L2 space for a while now, worked with Polygon before this. So worked very closely with projects who have been building at scale to understand what are the requirements that they have, what are the challenges that they face, and more importantly, what is it they are really looking for when they come to a blockchain provider. So taking some of those learnings, I'm going to be talking about some of the things that we do here, and also going to provide a quick perspective on the whole L1, L2 debate that has kind of started over here. Thank you for, that was a very good point. I'm just going to build over what you just said. But since we are here to talk about AI agents, couple of things that ever since the whole AI agent narrative started late last year, we started getting a lot of projects coming to us and saying, hey, we are building for AI agents. And some of the major problems that we see is we, unlike us humans who transact on chain for a couple of times a day, our AI agents are online 24/7, and they are always doing something or the other. There is one AI agent which is continuously trading. There's one AI agent, the moment it sees a new meme coin out there, goes and apes like crazy in it. There's another AI agent which is 24/7 online playing a game. So all of these create a lot of transactions out there, and which means they need a high throughput to go through. Like imagine missing out on a lower price for your meme coin just because your transaction didn't go through. Again, I'm not pointing fingers here, but we all know what happened. But effectively, AI agents are now looking for true ownership of their assets, which means they need dedicated infrastructure. I know it sounds a little out of the way, wherein we are already starting to talk about ownership for AI agents, but that's I feel the direction we are going in. Secondly, a lot of these AI agents are continuously doing a lot of analysis, sifting through data, analyzing the available data, which again, even though it's a lot and they can do it really quickly, they do need that kind of throughput again. And finally, if you truly want your AI agent to be autonomous and be independent, then it also means that it should have that autonomy to begin with, which means it has to have its own wallet. It should be able to seamlessly and autonomously transact using that wallet, using the tokens within that wallet, without a user having to come in and say, oh, yes, this makes sense. You can go ahead and execute the transaction. So those are some of the challenges or some of the things that we are seeing right now. And these kind of stack nicely into a few challenges that we are seeing. So the first one obviously is the AI agents need dedicated throughput to ensure that they're able to handle the transactions that are coming through, and also scale as and when the user load increases. At the same time, ensuring that there is security, since majority of the AI agents are in some shape or form playing around with tokens, playing around with real money, ensuring that this doesn't just go bust. And more importantly, interoperability. Like the silos that we have created should not should only be limited to humans, not to AI agents. Like I feel if they are if the AI agent is trying to get the best value or the best strategy, which means it should be able to look through multiple ecosystems, then be it Ethereum, Solana, Polygon, or even Saga for that matter. And the final one is providing some kind of governance, as in who can control the AI agent, what is the kind of control, or who can deploy a smart contract, or who can run transactions on the AI agent. So this is exactly where Saga comes in. So to start with, what is Saga? So for those of you who have not heard about Saga, it's basically a platform that enables you to launch an L1 chain. And this is where we come into the whole question on why L1 versus L2, or why an L2 versus an L1. So few things. Two major challenges that a lot of users who wanted an L1 face is, one, it's if you want to put together an L1, you first need a provider, you will need to figure out validators, you'll figure out security, you'll have to figure out data availability, and so on and so forth. There are like a bunch of things that you need to keep getting together to ensure that that L1 comes through, which means it's going to take a lot of time, and more importantly, it's going to cost you a lot of dollars to just get that one L1 running for your ecosystem. The second one, and I feel the one which was more touched upon just now, was creating an L1 creates a new ecosystem, which means there would probably be some new language that developers will have to learn to work with it, or there would be some kind of new token that would suddenly come and fragment the already fragmented liquidity ecosystem. So this is exactly what Saga changes. Saga kind of solves this exact problem, wherein you can create an L1, which is a dedicated independent chain just for your project, but this chain is EVM compatible, which means any smart contract that is in Solidity will work on this chain. Any smart contract that you have deployed anywhere within the EVM ecosystem, be it Base, Polygon, will easily and seamlessly work on your chain. And more importantly, you get access to liquidity from across the EVM ecosystem, which means if you have, if your users currently have tokens in Base, they can seamlessly get this USDC over. Any tokens, get them over, and then start interacting with your application on your chain. So, and this is exactly what we are trying to do. So the first thing is providing parallel execution. So talking about applications which demand high throughput, because this is your independent and dedicated infrastructure, your independent chain, you have unmatched scalability, which means the entire chain is just dedicated to your one application, and which means irrespective of how many transactions it's doing, you will not face any kind of competition from other applications, which means your gas prices won't be an issue. And I'm going to come to the whole gas price very shortly, but having a dedicated infrastructure definitely does allow your agent to execute at scale and transact seamlessly. The second thing is this unique licensing model we follow. So we are trying to position the chain as more of a SaaS offering rather than you build your own stack, which means it's more of an app store model without the licensing fees. So you build your chain and then you pay just for a monthly subscription. Good news for people in this room and people hacking at Biddle Asia, we'll be giving free chains to everyone hacking here. So, but yeah, what does this effectively mean? First, for publishers or for builders, this means that you do not have to pay any kind of license fee, or you do not have Saga is not going to come to you and say, "Hey, give us 20% of your revenue." That's not going to happen. Everything that you earn remains totally yours, and there is no kind of license fee or any kind of fee involved. But the bigger part to this is more from the user perspective, wherein users that are interacting with your platform or with your application would not have to pay gas fees. Now, here's where it gets very interesting. So what I mean by zero gas fees. So effectively, there is always going to be gas for any chain, right? But the way we have envisioned this is we are using a recycled gas model token, which effectively reuses the gas every time it's spent. So if I have a transaction which is going to cost me one gas token, again, just an example, after the transaction goes through, that gas token is going to come back to my wallet, and the total sum of tokens will always remain constant. So effectively, you as a publisher or as a builder have to pay no gas fees, but more importantly, also your users, whenever they're interacting with your application, will not have to pay any kind of gas cost. And finally, like I was saying in the beginning, we provide automated bridging, which means you can be, or rather your users can be anywhere within the EVM ecosystem, and they can seamlessly transfer and move assets from anywhere within the EVM ecosystem to your chain. So this is the easiest UA approach for you to onboard new users. So some of the things, and before I get into that, let me quickly show you what our platform looks like. So we have tried to make it as simple as possible for anyone to build a chain. And even though we have a CLI, we have also created a UI for it, wherein you can just go and enter a couple of things, and you will have your chainlet up and running in no time. So all you need to do is enter your chain name. You can call it anything. You enter a denomination, and this is what your native token is going to be. And I'm going to show you an example that we just created in the other room during the workshop. You can fund it for as many days as you want, which means if you want to run your chain just for 30 days, I could just say, okay, 30 days, and that's it. And finally, enter a EVM address, which will hold together all your Genesis tokens. This is going to be also the wallet which is going to get the recycled gas tokens, which is after the transaction goes through, all the tokens will come back to this wallet, and you can set up whatever amount you want to use. So these are some of the chains that are already up on the platform. In the workshop that we just finished, we created a chain. Let me find that here. Give me 1 second. All right, so we just created a KryptoPlanet chain, and as you can see right now, it has it's up and running. It's fully funded, but more importantly, as a builder, it gives you everything that you need. So you have a chain ID, a dedicated chain ID that you can use to connect. You have an RPC endpoint, so if you're going to be deploying your Solidity smart contract, you connect using this RPC endpoint, or you can even use a WebSocket endpoint if you're trying something else. You also get your dedicated block explorer, wherein you can track all your transactions, all the tokens on your chain, all the NFTs on your chain. You can even track what the usage has been, how many transactions have been going through, and over a period of time, obviously. And it also gives you a little more information in terms of who the owner is. It allows you to have multiple maintainers. So for example, if I'm the owner of the chain, but I'd like my team also to have access to the chain, I can add them as maintainers, and then they can go ahead and deploy smart contracts on the chain. And wait, I'm missing. Oh, so if you look at the bottom here, you can also see the native token that we just created. So you have 100,000 KPT token that is right now in this chain. So if you look at And again, since it's EVM compatible, any EVM wallet is going to work. So I have connected it to my MetaMask. And if I drop down to KryptoPlanet chain, okay. Yeah, you can see I have 100,000 KPT here, and I can do all the functions right from here. I can send the KPT token to anyone out there, and yeah, this took us like 2 minutes in the other room. Oh, yeah. So this is how very simply you can get started on having your own chain. And like I said, again, this is a dedicated L1, totally EVM compatible, which means your builders don't have to go through the headache of learning a new environment, new ecosystem, new language. They can just continue building where they left off in the EVM ecosystem. And again, this is totally scalable, which means your application will not suffer, irrespective of which big application comes next to you. So coming back to the hackathon itself, couple of things that we are seeing right now in the ecosystem, I mean, within the Saga ecosystem at least, we're seeing a lot of activity in the DeFi space and in the Web3 gaming space. So we have a bunch of projects that have been using this, and specifically looking at AI agents, we are seeing a couple of things that have started to stand out. So I thought I'd just highlight these for people that might be interested in thinking about it or building something along this line. So we have a few projects which are analyzing real-time and past data to identify what trends, patterns, or opportunities are there for investment or for trying to get or do better in the DeFi space. Also helping new users to make more informed decisions about when to execute trades, how to execute trades, and even manage the risk appetite or optimize the entire allocation itself. And finally, and more importantly, focused at very newbie users who don't really understand how to go about crypto investing. We are seeing, we have a couple of launchpad projects which have automated the entire process. So you just come in and say, hey, AI agent, I have 10,000 USDC. How would you like me to invest this so that I get like 10% APY or 20% APY, and my risk appetite is, say, average to low, and the AI agent will tell you strategies, and more importantly, will just give you an one-click option to deploy and go from there. In the Web3 gaming space, we are seeing AI agents do really well and enhance the entire player experience. We are seeing a lot of users utilize AI agents to optimize the strategy in play-to-earn games to make sure that they are getting better rewards or faster rewards. We are also seeing bunch of users automating their asset management for the NFTs or other in-game assets that they are currently holding. And finally, the most interesting one that I see is the whole NPC. For the longest time, we have had NPCs which just do things that are like very structured, very pre-decided and predefined. But right now, we are getting to see more of dynamic NPCs, wherein which are evolving based on what the player is doing, as well as the on-chain events that are happening within the game. So yeah, I'm almost at time, but I showed you how easy it is to create a new chain. This entire chain can be handed over to your AI agent, and obviously we have already partnered with all the major AI agent frameworks like Eliza OS, Game by Virtuals. So if you're building anything on Eliza OS or Game by Virtuals, you can utilize a Saga chain for all the on-chain transactions or any Web3 activity. And finally, you can then create any actions for your agent, and your agent will work seamlessly with all the dedicated block space there is, and will not face any kind of congestion or will not have to face gas fees problems or crib about gas fees like we did back in the day. So put together a quick builder guide for anyone interested in building or will be building at the hackathon later today. We are really excited to see innovative projects and mind-blowing AI agents coming out in the hackathon. We have prizes worth 8,000 up for grabs. So if anyone's building, please feel free to use the builder guide. It has everything that I've talked through and a couple of other tutorials and guides that would give you inspiration and direction in terms of building for AI agents, DeFi, Web3 gaming, and the other spaces out there. And with that, right on time, that's the end. Thank you for listening in. Happy to take any questions, if any. Thank you.
Any questions? 질문 있으실까요? Or you can find him later.
All right. Yeah, so
Sorry.
we'll be at the booth if there are, yeah. All right. Thank you.
네, 감사합니다. Thank you.